Welcome to FOH. This week, we're going to do two cigars. Well, two different videos, but we'll reference each cigar in the other video. So we've got the San Cristobal La Punta LGR November 19. The reason I chose that is because our second cigar is the Ramon Ayones Edition Limitada 2019 from 2UA June 20. I was running a bit late. Anyway, as you can see,
so they're still cleaning up from rolling these.
As you can, shut up. They're both roughly the same size, yeah.
They're sweeping the cuttings off the floor at the moment.
This one's roughly, I don't know, 6 times the price of that one there. Is it 6 times the value, 6 times the utility, 6 times the enjoyment? Doesn't need to be.
Hang on, I've got a concern there. If this is a June 20, have they been isolated and quarantined for long enough so I won't catch COVID if one of the rollers have got it? Because I mean, it doesn't seem like 14 days to me.
You're a roll, aren't you? Yeah. We're going to start with the La Punta. So today's review is the San Cristobal La Punta from November 19. Ken, you haven't had a La Punta for ages, have you? You know what? I haven't either. I haven't been a while.
Probably 6-12 months. Sorry.
You okay there?
Yeah, something was knocking, but it wasn't. I thought it was the door, but it wasn't.
Excellent. So, Ken, would you like to just clip yours and see what the draw's like? Look, it's just a classic Colorado La Punta. Probably doesn't have as much Rosado in there as I'd normally like to see, but it's nice enough. Nothing.
Clipped, good draw.
Good draw.
God, I won't mention what you looked like you were doing then.
Seriously. You like the cigar? Would you mind?
I was waiting for the orders.
I got a very good draw. Oh. Glorious aroma comes off these. I love it. You know, while the Fuerza is my favorite San Cristobal, Principi is very good as well. But La Punta, I tend to skip over the La Punta and go straight to a Fuerza. I don't know why.
Principe, I've seen some decent Principes.
Oh, it's a nice start.
Combination of chocolate, but also a bit sort of that sort of ammonia earthy character. But there's some good chocolate in there.
Ammonia?
Yeah, just a touch. I mean, that's just seriously, that's the first puff or two. It's a bit harsh to dismiss it for. There we are. Whew.
See, that's got more body than I expected, just from a start.
When was the last time you saw a cigar lit as brilliantly as that?
Well, it's taken you 25 years to get to the point you can light your cigar without the public laughing. So
the cigar gets lit perfectly well every time. It's just that you like to whinge, and then you doctor videos to make it fake news. Fake news.
Oh, stop it. The world, you couldn't doctor that rubbish that we see you do. That's straight on medium, just above medium body for me. What's yours?
Above medium, definitely above medium.
Just above medium. It should drop back. It's got that little bit of, I know it's only early days, but it's got some Cristobal written all over it, doesn't it? Just a little bit of molasses. Chocolate, a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent, beautiful. We'll be back with you at the end of the first third. First third, Kenny, are you enjoying it?
I am. It's richer, more powerful, and fuller bodied than I expected. There's a lot of very dark chocolate, which I'm quite enjoying, but there's also an earthiness. It's not a refined cigar. It's more of a bit slightly mongrelly sort of thing, but it's not unpleasant.
It's not the La Punta I was expecting. You're right. It's just a ton of chocolate in there. I haven't got a lot of molasses at all at this point. It's more. I mean, if you told me this was a Monte Cristo,
That's exactly what I was thinking. Before I was thinking this could be a lesser Monte, and that's not a bad thing.
A Monte Open Minus.
No, I wasn't thinking that far. I mean, I just was thinking more of a not a great Monte 2.
I'm enjoying it though. That chocolate overdrive does it for you.
Yep.
So what's it missing? It's missing just a little bit of class.
That's it. It's a mongrel, but a friendly one.
A friendly mongrel. It's got me a little bit perplexed. I wonder if it's going to come good, not come good. I wonder if it's going to smooth out a little bit in that second third. I don't think it is.
I'm not anticipating that, but who knows? Apparently, I've been wrong before.
Well, you haven't told me one. Be back with you shortly. Does this change at all for you?
It has moderated itself a little. It's not quite so raw and earthy and mongrelly. It's I won't say it's a refined and class cigar, but you should
take some lessons for the forum. It's good. It's moderated itself a little.
Sorry? Oh,
it's moderated itself a little, Ken. You've been very good though. You haven't been suspended a year.
Since I was returned from that egregious, pernicious dismissal, has there been a single problem on the forum? Not one. Not one.
Oh, thank you, Ken. It has smoothed out. It's got a little bit richer. It's a little bit classier. It's good. That is now very, very good.
It's funny, I woke up in the middle of the night and don't know what caused it. And I thought, the forum's a lot duller than it used to be when it was fun and you could have fights. Bloody Ayala, he stopped the whole fun of the forum.
I've stopped the fighting completely.
You have. You've managed it. You've managed it.
Yep.
Boo hiss. Boo hiss.
That's why you're on the Redskins forum now. Not Redskins. What do they call it? The football team.
We're on team forum. I've been on the team forum. Team. Yeah? We are team.
How exciting must that be?
At the moment, the discussion is, are we tanking or not? Or are we just so hopelessly bad? The two aren't mutually exclusive. We don't have to tank. We really do not have to tank. We are that bad.
Well, I think you'll get a top draft pick. Anyway, back to the cigar. It has evolved. It's smoothed out. It's got richer. It's still way bigger than I expected in terms of flavour, in terms of body.
It'll be interesting to see what this does to the LE, because coming to it after these really quite strong flavours will be very interesting.
Well, no doubt your palate cleans with the champagne, surely.
I'm actually today...
Yes, you didn't have to drink it. You just could have told us what it was. What is it?
I'm about to. I've just done an article on Pyramid Valley in New Zealand, which is an unbelievably good little winery. It got sold a couple of years ago to an American swillionaire. And this is, I didn't have much in the cellar. I've just done all their new releases, which are just wonderful wines. This is an old one I had, an 05 Riesling. But they did it as an Auslese style. It's only 8% alcohol. It's got sweetness. And I was a bit, I've had it for sitting around for a long, long time. I thought, I'm a bit worried about this. But anyway, so I pulled it out after I'd done all the tasting just to see. Oh, it's just gorgeous. it's aged beautifully. So I'm a very happy man with that.
I'm very happy for you.
I'll actually did it with Confessions last night with a little Cohiba, the short fat thing, Medio Siglio, or whatever they call it. Medio Siglo. That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. And it was perfect. It was just such a good match because the sort of the honey flavors in the wine.
The honey would have come straight through, but they would have just complemented each other.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Thanks.
What are you drinking?
Right. Actually, a little Scotch and soda today. I've upgraded.
Okay, what Scotch?
Oh, just Johnny Walker Black.
Oh, well.
Scotch and soda. If you want Scotch and soda, Johnny Walker Black's the best.
I did a session with the master blender of Johnny Walker many years ago down in Sydney, and out comes the red, and the first thing he does is whip out a can of Coke and pour it in. So that's how I drink it. Don't care what people think, because everyone's going, "Oh my God, he's poured Coke into his own Scotch." He said, "That's how I drink it. Perfectly acceptable."
Actually, you give me. I'm going to have the next one's going to be with a bit of Diet Coke. Perfect.
Oh, there you go.
A bit of Pepsi Max.
Walk on the wild side.
Back with you all shortly.
It is a walk on the wild side.
Kenny, last third on the La Punta. Give us a wrap up.
Just saying, it just started to turn, and I'm now just starting to get that caramel and molasses coming through rather than the chocolate. But it is getting hot. Young cigar getting hot. But it's picking up. 88 for me.
I smoke a lot of bellies. Mostly I smoke BBFs, Bolivar Bellicosos Finos, and Sancho Panza Bellicosos, because they're my two favourites of the bellies. I haven't smoked recently a lot of La Puntas because the other two have just been exceptional. And there's nothing in this La Punta that's going to change my mind. It's got all the chocolate that I expected. I haven't got a lot of that molasses that you're getting at the end.
Just getting it now.
But if I want chocolate in a cigar, then I'll go for the current Monty 2s that we've had a couple of weeks ago, Ken. That was a 95.
Yeah. They're more refined. More refined. I agree.
More refined, 95 there. So if a La Punta is going to come to the table, it's got to come and produce something a little bit different, a little bit special. And normally that calling card through San Cristobal is that molasses. And that's what makes it such a unique cigar. It didn't show up today, which is a bit disappointing. I think, Roy, if you go right to the beginning of this review, Ken, I said it's a straight Colorado wrapper. It's lacking a little bit of that Rosado in the wrapper, which I tend to look for in a San Cristobal. And I'm a firm believer it's that Rosado that brings in that molasses that gives you that special edge, as it does in that R&J, Romeo and Juliet, as it brings that cherry note to the cigar. Yeah. It's been a little bit one-dimensional to me, the cigar. It's been a chocolate dimension. It's been a good cigar, a good solid cigar. I'm going to give it a 90, Ken, 89, 90. But it hasn't excited me. It hasn't got me looking to put a box away or go reach for another one anytime soon. This is one of those cigars in La Punta where it helps to be there when you select the box of cigars. You know what you're looking for. You're looking for some good sheen, looking for some lovely Colorado Rosado wrappers, and a lovely aroma of coal, which is rich, enticing, which is slightly sweet. And that's where you're going to get a beautiful San Cristobal. It didn't quite hit those notes today. I think it tried. It wasn't there. And I don't think age is going to do anything for this cigar to achieve that.
Well, that's the next question. What do you think age will do? Because I don't think.
Not much. It might. No. It'll smooth itself out a little bit, but it won't bring in that molasses that I'm looking for long term. Not in the San Cristobal.
No.
Again,
I agree.
These have been excellent. La Fuerza is the one I tend to go for in San Cristobal because for me it's far more consistent at a classy end, at a high level complex end, more satisfying.
The La Punta is?
La Fuerza. You probably haven't had a La Fuerza, but for a while. But they are, to me,
not for a long time.
In the class aspects, that's where I head to in San Cristobal. So we're going to light up shortly the bit of a palate cleanse, and then light up shortly the Ramon Iones 2, so the LEs from 2019, which have been a global sensation in terms of how quickly they've sold out everywhere. But Kenny, I don't think there's too many people in this country, at least who've tried one. So I'm looking forward to you trying that one there. Thank you, and hasta luego. Cheers.
See you in 2 minutes.